Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the East Dubuque City Council meeting. It is Monday, January 19th. I ask that you please turn your cell phones off during the meeting and please be quiet during discussions. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
26-0109, call to order.
Bergmeyer.
Here.
Dagenhart. Fleur. Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Here.
Roby.
Here.
Taylor.
Here.
Mayor Digman.
Here.
Attorney Hess.
Here.
26-0110, staff reports. City manager report.
Thank you, Mayor. So the union contract, we finally heard back from the union. They're scheduling a meeting with the union membership to determine what their positions are going to be in the upcoming negotiation. At that time, they will also ensure that they have the union representatives from Public Works and law enforcement. When they've done those things, then we can begin to have discussions. As you probably have noticed, Incognito is gone. All that's left is a cave underneath the bluff. We will be in touch with the owners to make sure that that room, which is really an interesting room, doesn't fall into the wrong hands and become some kind of a habitation. So we'll make sure that it's got to be safe and secure. An update on the citations for the vacant buildings. None have been followed up on so far with the vacant building registration, and so we're moving ahead and continuing enforcement on those. Good news, liquor licenses have been issued for the Golden Pheasant and the Annex, so you'll be seeing more there. You should see businesses opening in there soon. And in discussions with the new owners, I let them know that I would bring forward, if they bring a facade grant request, we'll bring that forward to the council, even though it's past the deadline for that, but it's still within the time frame for our TIF program, and it would be good to have that particularly the Pheasant building have a facelift. The update on the new subdivision up on the bluff. So their engineering work has begun on stormwater, water, streets, and we've gone to our engineers with it, and questions are being answered, discussions are being had to make sure that everybody knows what the requirements are. And so that process is moving ahead also. Thank you.
I don't have anything this evening. We're going to move on to the alderperson report. Bergmeyer.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Thank you. Dagenhart.
Nothing at this time, Mayor.
Thank you. Fleur.
Nothing.
Thank you. Meyer.
I have nothing tonight.
Thank you. Roby.
Yeah, Bob, on that new subdivision, have they brought any further plans forward for you to look at? You
They
were
have-
saying in January, possibly.
Yeah, we've just seen preliminary plans for stormwater, sewer, water, street, and mainly for the purpose of getting questions answered and making sure we're on the same page. I've presented them to Origin. They've taken a look at them in light of our code. And so right now we're just at the point of figuring out what compliance, what they need to do to comply with city code.
So the streets and sewers, we provide, right?
No,
No, he's going to do it.
they provide, yep. So the infrastructure would be provided, I would suggest that we would be involved with TIF in that, but
Is that part
those-
of downtown?
it is part of the downtown TIF, yep. And so the way it would normally go is the infrastructure would be put in by the contractor or the developer and then turned over to the city. So that's why we have to make sure that they meet our code for the asphalt that they put down and all that. So we can't let them put something in that's on the cheap that we're going to have to maintain at beyond the expense of our normal infrastructure.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Taylor?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. City Attorney Hess?
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Thank you. Police Chief Kovacic? Thank you. Public Works Director Van Ostren? Thank you. Fire Chief Heim? Thank you. 26-0111, speakers from the floor. There are none noted this evening. 26-0112, consent agenda.
So I'll point out a couple of issues on the consent agenda. One, the report for the staff salaries printed, I think, front to back, and so one side was included in the initial draft. That's why you got the second page tonight. And then, for some reason, inadvertently, a section was printed from an earlier time, and so we had that delivered to people's homes and by email to update upon that. But other than that, it should all be in order.
Still moved, Digger.
Got a motion and a second.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart, Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer, Roby,
Aye.
Taylor,
Aye.
New business, 26-0113, discussion and possible action to approve emergency service building payment number 3 in the amount of $325,382.86 for Tricon General Construction in the city of East Dubuque.
So the project in the last couple of weeks moved ahead pretty fast. And it's not moving ahead very fast right now because I'm told that when the temperature goes below zero, a lot of people call in sick. And so the heat in there can only, they tell me, can only raise the temperature about 10 degrees above the ambient temperature. And so that'll be about 10 degrees today. But these all have gone through and been approved by our representatives, and I recommend their approval.
Any questions or discussion? If not, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Roll call.
Dagenhart, Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer, Roby,
Aye.
Taylor,
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
26-0114, discussion and possible action to approve Cincinnati Avenue Water Main Change Order Number 1 in the decreased amount of $39,168 from Louis Trenching Service Incorporated in the city of East Dubuque.
So we brought Travis Fries in tonight just to grill him on how it was that he managed to not spend $39,168 on the project, and to find out whether he has any plans to raise the spending on the project. No. The amount is less based primarily on funds that were included, figuring that sidewalks might have to be taken out, and that with not knowing what was going on underneath the surface of the road, more panels would have to be taken up. Louis managed to stay pretty well confined within the narrowest structure that they could have, and we didn't run into any of those issues that were significant. And I think Travis's oversight was good. And so if you approve, we'll save $39,168. If you don't, I'm not sure what we'll do.
Any questions or discussion? If not, we need a motion to approve. We have a motion, need a second.
Second.
Roll call.
Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Taylor,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart.
26-0115, discussion and possible action to approve Cincinnati Avenue Water Main Payment Number 2, final payment in the amount of $129,516.61 for Louis Trenching Service Incorporated in the city of East Dubuque.
So this is the final payment reflecting the savings you just voted on, 39,000. And I'd point out, well, we had our estimate. The winning bid came in significantly under the estimated cost for this project, and now we're 39,000 below that. So,
Any questions? Discussion? If not, we need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Roll call.
Meyer,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Taylor,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart, Fleur.
Aye.
26-0116, discussion and possible action to approve project acceptance letter for Illinois Route 35 water main extension in the city of East Dubuque.
so this is just completion of that project. This is the water main running up to Leibold, toward Leibold Engineering and our irrigation and the state border from the water tower.
Final payment?
Well, the final payment you've already approved and it's been made. This is just closing out the project.
Okay. Okay. I motion to approve. I'll second.
Roll call.
Roby,
Aye.
Taylor,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart, Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer.
26-0117, discussion and possible action to approve project acceptance letter for levee culvert replacement in the city of East Dubuque.
So same as the last one. This is for the culvert replacement across the railroad tracks. And you've approved the final payment, and this is the final acceptance of the project.
I have a question. What is a 2-year maintenance bond? I'm dumb. I have no idea. I meant to ask that on the last one because they're both in both agreements.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yes,
Travis.
please, Travis.
So the 2-year maintenance bond is something we have on every public contract. Effectively, once we accept the project, you have 2 years of basically them guaranteeing their work. It's essentially a warranty with a different name.
Two-year warranty.
So if concrete cracks next spring on Cincinnati, for instance, that would be that would qualify as a maintenance issue, and we could have Louis come back and replace it.
Okay.
Thank you, Travis.
Yeah, no problem.
Any other questions or discussion? If not, need a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Taylor,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart, Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer,
Aye.
and Roby.
Aye.
26-0118, discussion and possible action to approve ordinance number 26-0118, an amendment to ordinance 10-3-1, general parking prohibitions and restrictions as set forth in the city of East Dubuque.
So this includes both the new parking lot and some other changes in parking that have been considered by the ordinance committee. Council Roby, do you have any?
Yeah, we never did add that commercial for commercial vehicle parking for the,
Oh,
we never put that back in, what we had discussed the other day, we had agreed upon, and
I think it's
I didn't see it in here
I put it in.
for the parking lot.
I don't know if it's the exact language, but it was,
The freight carrying's there, but the commercial isn't.
well, yeah, so we've got the freight, but then other vehicles can park within the spots.
Right,
they
but
need
we had
permission to park
discussed
outside
no parking for commercial vehicles that couldn't be licensed under state license. That's how they would be designated as commercial. That's besides freight, like you and I were talking. Party buses, food trucks, that kind of stuff. That's what we had discussed at our, and we had talked about it. You were going to put it back in. I just,
Yeah, I thought I caught it with the freight piece
that's
and the
different than freight.
24-hour parking. Okay.
So if we could
Oh.
just add that back in, we'll be good.
Okay. Well, if you want, we can pass this and bring an amendment next meeting.
That
Does
sounds
that
fine.
work okay? Okay. Sorry.
Nope, that's fine. Everything else I looked at, I think, was good. And you said to get the parking signs for the, we don't need any of that
We don't
to
need-
be
yeah.
approved. That's just going to happen.
So this is pretty much an update of some of the current provisions. The main points being we haven't had a city parking lot with painted spots and things like that. So we need to account for that in the code. We took out a lot of the time-limited parking provisions to go with just a 24-hour blanket for the city rather than having, it was one length, 1 hour parking in one section of Cincinnati and 2 hour parking in another section of Cincinnati and then 6 hour parking in other places. And so we have done away with those. The street sweeping, we've limited to the downtown area where you get more of the collection of dirt and debris and cups and things like that, the things you don't want to go into the river primarily. And also because it's at the bottom of the bluff, it seems to collect, more things are going to collect down here. And so the rest of the city, they will do the street sweeping, but we won't try to put people to odd even parking and those kind of things. And I think those were the major changes in it. So largely it's a simplification and an addition of the city parking lot rules.
We are still going to street sweep our neighborhoods, though, right?
Yes,
Especially
they'll
in the
still,
fall.
yep, they'll still sweep it. It's just, we won't be requiring people to move.
In our ordinance, it said odd even.
Yeah, right.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Right, and we eliminated those zones. But we're still, that's what I was gonna say, we're still, especially in the fall when you get all
We're
the
still
leaves in the
sweeping,
gutters.
We're just not enforcing the odd even.
Okay.
So this is just getting tabled until,
No, I think we can
we're
pass it,
gonna
then we'll
pass
just-
it and do an amendment for the commercial next meeting.
Is there any more questions or discussion on the ordinance? No? If not, we need a motion to approve.
No second.
Roll call?
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart, Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Taylor.
Aye.
26-0119, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call.
Degenhardt.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Taylor.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
We are adjourned.